Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to a secret ingredient for the best taco soup. Before I even get into the ingredients, I don't even know what taco soup is, but I assume it's just a concoction of things that you typically put in tacos and you turn it into a soup. Yeah, I've never even heard of it before, so this is the first time for me even seeing this, but we're going to jump into this, hopefully going to enjoy. And also, yeah, let me know if this is a common food that you do have in certain parts of the US. Maybe it's more like common in somewhere like Texas or somewhere like that. So, I mean, it will probably depend on where you're from. But yeah, we're going to just check this out. Hopefully going to enjoy. And let's jump into this food and see what he's making.
Easy meal to feed the family, and it don't take long neither. Taco soup in 30 minutes.
Is this like a common
But when
dish
it goes to
then?
cooling off like this, me and Shan forget about maybe having to cook some meat outside. We go to looking about what soups can we fix that will tide us over, put a little warmth in our body, but also are very easy on the pocketbook and very easy to fix. And that is what? Taco soup. We're going to load it up with some cream cheese. It is going to be so smooth. I need to get started because I am hungry. Well, we got our Yeti skillet over here on about medium-high heat. And I always like to preheat cast iron a little bit, especially when temperatures go to cooling off. Cast iron doesn't like to be shocked from one extreme to the other, so make sure if you're in colder temperatures, warm it up gradually. We're going to use some 80-20 ground chuck. That is 80% fat, 20% lean. Hear that
80% fat?
It's called the sizzle. I like a sizzle.
Does he mean 20% fat? I think he does.
That's what I do. When this meat begins to brown up, we're going to take that onion that I have done something with to a knife and put it in here in this pot, and then we're going to season. But I don't want to season that meat right off at the first. I want to let it get some of that brownness to it, and then we'll season. And if you begin to see that you're going to have quite a bit of grease, maybe that is rendered down, just pull some of that meat to the side, and then let's just dip it out. I'm going to put it in that bowl the ground beef is in, because that little hound right there, he don't need none of it. I know you like it, Mage, but it's not good for your cholesterol, buddy. I'm not going to get it all, but I am going to get probably half of it, because I want some flavor that fat is rendered down out of there. We'll begin to brown, I'd say, about halfway through. Now would be a great time to add the garlic that we have minced up, 3 garlic cloves.
Okay.
And 1 white onion.
I mean, so far, this is a common dish that I make for this is how I always make like my ragu and stuff. This sort of formation of how he's doing it. So far, I'm not out of the loop. I sort of get what he's doing. It's then him turning it into a soup that I'm going to be fascinated by.
Hang on, Duker. Might be snowing onions. Lou said she thinks she might have missed something, so she's going to come over and check it out. We'll get that mixed.
Wait, are onions poisonous for like cats or something? I might be wrong. I don't know. I swear I've seen something like that, but it could be absolute BS.
In there, and we're just going to cook this long enough to where them onions begin to get softened. Now I'm going to use our mesquite seasoning because it does have a little ancho chili powder in it. Next, we're going to use our taco seasoning. What better way to have taco soup than have it with taco seasoning?
Hell yeah.
We're going to get these flavors all blended in well. We get it to simmer in here in a minute. We'll check that taste to see if we need something else. The big red man in the suit that's got the white beard is trotting down the trail here pretty quick.
Is this an ad? Wait, I'm so confused. It's not. Oh no, it is. Oh, he's got down his little discount code.
But for a limited time right now, we are bringing back the Big Life t-shirts. We have so many people wanted them, they did. And 10% of the profits there are going to go to what? The Lincoln County Humane Society. Let's celebrate the holidays in the best way we know how, and that is giving to each other. Well, we've been cooking about, I'd say probably about 8 minutes here. Them onions have got tender, I'm sure, but I need to taste that and sort of see where we're at on the first round of seasoning here. Give it a little blow-in, Mage, it's hot. We could use just a tad bit more of taco seasoning, but I'm missing something in there that we don't have, and I know what it is. What is it? Green chilies. Yes, it is. We're not going to put a bunch in there because I don't want to overdo it, but I just need some of the flavor that they're going to bring about. And I'd say about 2 tablespoons. Go ahead and mix that in there. Woo, Mage, we are gonna eat good tonight, buddy. So when you get this seasoned to your liking, let's just go ahead and pull it off the fire, get our little sauce pot over here, and get ready to make us some taco soup.
So here we go then. I'm so intrigued by this.
So we got us a stock pot over here. First thing we're gonna do is add some beef broth. And we're gonna add about 3 cups. So we're gonna start with 1 can whole kernel corn, rotel.
Okay.
Now a lot of y'all folks tell me, hey, we ain't never had none of that stuff. Diced chilies and tomatoes and sometime a little bit of onion in there. We're gonna put 2 cans in there.
Do you drain them?
No ma'am, 3 cans in there, I'm sorry, and we don't drain them because that's got some good flavor in it.
Because it adds to it.
Guess what? Here's some of them black beans, some of
Oh,
Shannon's
yeah.
favorite.
You don't like black beans, do you?
No, I would have put pinto beans in it
He doesn't like black beans, damn.
if it had been me. I cooked up a batch of black beans, especially for her this morning, but if you ain't got none cooked, just get you one of them 15-ounce cans, dump
Yep.
them in there.
That's what I do.
Sort of pretty, ain't it?
That's pretty.
We're gonna let this warm up before we throw that meat in there to it.
I can see this just being a very warming, sort of enjoyable food to have. But at the same time, would this be better than just having like tacos? I feel like the tacos, like the crunchiness of the bread or the tortillas or whatever, it just makes it perfect. Like this is probably good, but at the end of the day, if it was a choice between this or tacos, I'm always gonna go for tacos. But hey, maybe this is for like a different kind of mood, and it's probably a lot healthier as well.
Well, I can see a little simmer coming up there to the top I can, so I'm just gonna dip me a little of this broth here, or juice, whatever you wanna call it. See how far off it
Just
is.
tastes like tomato, no?
Tastes pretty bland, it does, Shan, like you just went to the garden.
That's no fun.
So, we're gonna give it a little more mesquite, a little more taco seasoning. We're gonna put the star of the show in there, and that is the meat.
This is what makes it, man.
You won't have to look for it, I guarantee you, when you go to getting some of this. And a lot of people say, you're always telling me that you don't use metal utensils and cast iron. I don't to clean with. I do to serve with, but you'll never see me clean one scraping our seasoning up with something metal when it's supposed to be made out of wood. So we're gonna let this come back to a pretty good simmer and let it cook a bit. Then we're gonna put in a secret ingredient that's gonna make it smooth as butter and so tasty.
Here
What
we
is
go.
it? Have to stick around to find out.
It's a cream cheese, right?
Yeah, but someone might not be listening now. Stick around to find out.
I think you told us at the top of the episode.
Yeah, but someone might not be listening now. We might have had somebody just joined us. Hey, we interrupt this programming to bring you a special message. We do. In fact, let me just get it over here.
He's
You
got
know,
a book.
a lot of y'all probably got our cookbooks, but there's a lot of you that don't. And it's not just about recipes. There's a lot of stories in here. There's a lot of poetry in here. And one that comes to mind is on page 86. So if you've got the book at home, just read along with us. That's what the preacher would tell me. And the name of this particular story is A Second Opinion. Many's the day
Is he
that I
reading
have
a
spent.
book?
Seems like it's the hours. I was ready to find a solution to this agony where I sit.
He's actually just
I lay there on the table, my back hemorrhoid. A hemorrhoid? Well, Doc, what might be the cure? He said
What's
nothing
going on?
major, but we're gonna have to cut it off, that's for sure. Cut it off, I cried with fright. Hang on a minute, Doc, I think a second opinion might be right. He said, well, a second opinion, I really don't see the need. Well, that's when I gathered my hat and my boots, and I left his office with a sudden burst of speed. I felt I was lucky to get out of there with my
I'm
life,
so
because no
confused.
doc gonna get near my backside, especially with a knife. As for this little problem, well, I ain't got rid of it yet, but one thing's for certain, I won't go back to that crazy vet. Y'all have heard me say many times
He's
when you're
just
cooking
reading his
beans,
book.
make sure you get down to the bottom of the pot to stir, because one burnt bean will ruin the whole thing. I'm gonna tell you somebody that don't really like to swim for a long time, and that is a piece of corn. He will lay down there on the bottom if he gets a chance, and he'll try to burn too. So make sure you get all the way to the bottom and get it stirred up. But here it is. what we're talking about? Some softened cream cheese.
Okay.
We're going to start with a half a block. And we're just going to go ahead and just go to folding this in there. Let that heat and all that flavor get surrounded by that cream cheese goodness. And you can see it also thickens, so that's what we're after. Once you've got that first half all blended well and you don't see no chunks of cream cheese, let's go ahead and put that other in there because the people in Wisconsin are saying, yeah, we gotta have some cheese. We're just gonna keep stirring it, let everything get really smooth. We'll let it just sit here and simmer for about 5 minutes. Don't forget to come by and stir it about 2.5 minutes in, and you'll be ready to eat it.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's just soup, isn't it? I bet it's... I mean, I wonder how it really actually is, though. Do you have tortillas to dip into it? Okay, that looks quite good. With the...
We'll let that cool off there
some
just
Doritos
a minute.
or something.
And when I mentioned the word cheese, Duke had been asleep through the whole video, but now Duke has said, hey, there is cheese, Duke. Duker, there is cheese, buddy. What do you got now, a stick? There's yours. Lou, Snouts, where you at, buddy? Thank you for all your help. Duker's trying to steal it. He loves cheese. The cream cheese sort of just brings it back over the top, it does, because sure, I want a taco to have cheese on it, but when you can get a whole block of cream cheese in here, the flavor of the meat is seasoned just well along with the rotel and everything else. It is so good, it is. Makes me want to do the...
He's full of beans. He's full of beans.
Whew. I mean, that is good. Hey, I want to thank y'all so much.
Yeah, that does look like a very good dip for tortillas or for like Doritos or something. It genuinely does. So I mean, seeing it like this and not just as the food, but you can also use it as like a dip, that would be very nice.
And do for always tuning in. I look back at comments and I see some people that I've known from when we started 8-9 years ago. And I think of y'all as like good friends and a good saddle. The more time you spend with both, the better you feel. But it is with great pride, honor, and privilege that I tip my hat to all our servicemen and women and all the veterans who have kept that old flag a-flying over camp. We commend you all, we do. Rest of you, get on up in here. I'm gonna give you a big old hug. We love you, each and every one we do, and we'll see you down the taco soup trail.
What a nice guy. To be fair, I mean, like I said, I would probably rather just have just in tortillas or stuff like something like that, but it's probably still very nice. I'm just trying to understand, like, as a soup, like, I'm trying to just sort of contrast the flavor of like having it in a tortilla compared to having it in a soup, or having it in like a just some sort of breaded dish, really. But yeah, I noticed that 20% mistake too, but to tell the truth, I don't watch him for recipes. I can't even cook anymore, but I like his character and values. I was wondering, but yeah, I think it makes sense. But yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you tried this food before, let me know. If this food is like a common dish, or like throughout certain regions, I guess let me know that as well, because I've never seen it before, but I assume based off this, it's got to be a somewhat known dish throughout the country. So I mean, yeah, let me know if some of you have tried this before, because again, I assume some of you probably have. But and yeah, also how it compares to when it's not in a soup. Like, do you prefer it like this or not? Like, do you prefer it in like wraps and stuff, or yeah, how would you prefer to eat it? But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. And I kept saying tortillas. I meant tacos. I kept saying in tortillas. I meant in tacos. Throughout the whole video, I've said tortillas. But yeah, hopefully, oh, geez. That's so embarrassing. But anyway, my door's ringing as well. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.